Nikki, DE Master Blenders was spun out of Sara Lee in June last year, I think it was. Been trading for not long then, and along comes a bid. Exciting stuff in the world of coffee.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a pure coffee company. There aren't many of them about. And yes, it seems determined not to have an independent life. It was within Sara Lee for a long time, and sort of not rather sadly managed, perhaps, over towards the end of that time. There were great hopes when it was sort of spun out and floated on the Dutch stock exchange that it would become a much more revitalised, much more exciting play on the potential that coffee offers to sell itself as a premium consumer good, even though it's really essentially a consumer staple. But no, along has come Benckiser, a privately managed investment group for the very wealthy German family, the Reimann family, and there is talk of an offer at $12.75.
And Benckiser owns a number of coffee brands already. Presumably it loves the space. Is it a growth story? Is it a return story? Is it a synergy story? How do they expect to get their money back?
Well, Benckiser is very interesting in itself. I mean, it's run by a trio of people who are very well known in the sort of consumer product area. One was a former chief executive of Reckitt Benckiser, the big consumer products group. They're running it for the family, and they obviously have alighted on coffee as a sort of potential, and they've made 2 acquisitions of listed companies in the US, and they obviously see potential there. This would give them a sort of third and larger element. DE Master Blenders is the number 3 in the world coffee market, after, it has to be admitted, 2 much bigger companies, Nestle and Kraft.
And the timing, finally, perhaps is good. There were a couple of wobbles last year. There was a problem in Brazil, and there's some restructuring going on as well, isn't there?
There's been a big management overhaul. The chief executive who was running DE Master Blenders when it was spun out from Sara Lee departed at the end of last year, apparently over some disagreements internally. And a very experienced chairman has really changed management, and most people will say has rejuvenised, given them a much stronger sort of push to the company. So yes, it's all change.
Well, they'll certainly need to make it work on 29 times PE. Thank you very much for that coffee update.